and go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
But it'll still leave him with a third down.
That time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought they were able to turn that into a positive gain. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third down, here's Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down.
Let's go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
On second down, Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now here's Mahomes. He can run, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 31 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He'll run it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they go to work on a first and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Point after. It's now 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Able to slither by. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 20.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
That's it, ready.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson, 48 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that right there has to be one of the toughest plays for a quarterback. I mean, he rolled left, threw it all the way back to the right side, maybe a little ill-advised.
That was very simply a no, he did not do that, did he? Yes, he did, because he went all the way to one side.
Pass complete to Demarcus Robinson. Touchdown, Kansas City.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Chiefs 41, 49ers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as his guys are back within a single score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have ego.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. A spectacular return of 96 yards. Great blocking in front of him on special teams as well as he takes it to the end zone. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not. As it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas. So far, looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down out.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, 44 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Let's go, fellas.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. This is Coleman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There's no way.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got a first down as he's up. To the 48.
We play to win. Let's go.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now Mostert. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnell. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rim. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime in and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here again is McKinnon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and short, McKinnon. Still churning, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off. just as we saw there.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case,
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now he lost the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the 6. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Williams fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost... Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Let's make these babies quick.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And that'll be incomplete.
Intentional grounding.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL,
and oh, that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So that one will be accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. At their own 42. Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. On first down, Garoppolo. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. They go for just one here as it's up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Short kick, one of the up and now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. Because
oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, 28 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gould to add the extra point. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield. Timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Garoppolo now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 2nd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
Here we go.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close. To a turnover there in the end zone. They got to get to the 23 here on third. On the toss, here's Williams. Breaks the tackle, he's got room. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter.